to my YouTube channel. So today we're going to be talking about someone we haven't talked about in a hot second, and we have a big story in relation to them that we need to cover. So it is Charli D'Amelio. If you don't know who that is, because I'm aware a lot of you don't, or else like don't care to look into who she is, I don't blame you. She is the biggest social media star right now, the #1 on TikTok. She does her little dances, she does her little videos, and that's kind of where she's blew up. And she's been in a lot of drama recently. It's important to note that she is 16 years old, and whenever this happens and the drama happens with her, I normally kind of turn the conversation to be about her parents rather than her, or at least her older sister who is 19, so you know, someone who we can at least do some sort of like credibility and accountability on, but mainly the parents in my opinion. This has been her not speaking out about important issues in the world, not using her platform and saying she is, but then lying, going to parties, abusing LA lockdown rules, getting involved in drama, defending bad people. Like, there's been a lot with Charli D'Amelio, and she has, within the past year, definitely got an extreme amount of backlash. Some of it warranted, some of it not. The big scandal that happened between her and Trisha Paytas was that Charli came off as spoilt and bratty in a video that their parents posted with Charli. So again, kind of goes back to the parents exploiting the child in my opinion, and this is kind of like a family channel, but only the child is like the biggest star in the family, and the parents like milk the shit out of Charli. It's really weird, like they have their own channel as well, and it's just like, it cannot be healthy. And so Charli went from doing little dance TikToks and, you know, going viral, to having all this pressure on her and all this controversy and all this, you know, pressure from her parents and sponsorships, and now public is looking at her and cancel culture, and there's just a lot. And I also believe that her surroundings right now in terms of the people are not the best. Her mentor, her best friend right now is James Charles, which, with the recent stuff about James Charles and 16-year-olds, is a bit questionable. Which Trisha Paytas said months ago, and I remember calling her out for that. I was like, oh, you're reaching. Now I'm like... Anyway, so I mean, the parents come into play there, where they are just fine with James, you know, doing anything with Charli, and, you know, staying with James because James has a lot of clout, and I think that's the way the parents do it. However, Charli's comment section on TikTok is just filled with people being like, Charli's lost her hype. Who likes Charli anymore? Like, no one likes it. And for anyone, that's a lot. But for a 16-year-old, holy shit. And like, obviously people are calling her out on her content changing, or her personality changing, or not smiling enough in the videos that she was smiling at the start. A lot of people are talking about her appearance, and it's just like, this seems like a lot for a 16-year-old, and the parents are very aware of this conversation in terms of the pressure she's been put under and what this is going to do to her in the long run. And again, on the parents exploiting and milking their child and not protecting their child enough to know what they're going through, in my opinion, from an outsider's, that this is extremely damaging to her. Sure, you're making a lot of money, but please look at your child who is literally voicing their concerns about themselves. So what we're going to be talking about is this article by Lindsay Dodson, a great article by the way, and it's basically about that. It says, Charli D'Amelio says she has lost the passion for TikTok, which, whenever that's, you know, not only her main source of income and her job, it's like, I think the conversation would have been a bit different if there wasn't such immense pressure put on her by her family and her peers, and her being forced into these friend groups among the likes of James Charles and Lorraine and Noah Beck, the other ones who are, you know, they live off of each other's clout, and, you know, it's kind of push content, and we work together, we work hard, we get fans, we get money, we get sponsorships. It's a bit weird. So if you don't know, by the way, this is Charli D'Amelio. She is literally 16 years old. She is a little baby. So it says, Charli D'Amelio said the negativity of the internet is getting to her. TikTok's biggest star, Charli D'Amelio, has said that she's grown tired of posting, which is not only incredibly worrisome because this is her life and this is what her parents are still forcing her to do, but it's like she's lost one of her biggest passions, dancing and creating videos online, and now that has been stripped from her, and still the parents are like, post more videos, you know what I mean, like post up and on. It's just very weird to me, and I think it really is the same logic with like family channels and exploiting the child. I want to know what your opinion is though. We'll read a bit more, okay? Please sound off below. I want to know what your opinion is on this. We've had our mixed feelings on Charli and her family, but I just think this is so much on the parents still like forcing this. Like, listen to your child, listen to what they're saying. If news articles are, why aren't you? She says she has lost the passion for TikTok because of the negativity. D'Amelio discussed the situation with her sister Dixie D'Amelio on their podcast. It says, TikTok's biggest star, Charli D'Amelio, who has 109 million followers, that is an insane amount of followers, on the app says she has lost her passion for posting videos. On the podcast that she co-hosts with her sister, Dixie D'Amelio, called Two Chicks, D'Amelio said, do you hear that, by the way? Monty got a new toy and he's very excited about it. Monty's my rabbit. He's getting neutered, by the way, on Thursday, and I'm so stressed. So if you've had a rabbit and they've been neutered, please, like, fill me with, like, positivity in the comments about that it went well after, like, the aftercare, because I'm so stressed out because I literally care about that rabbit so fucking much. So I'm just getting the surgery done before we go over to England. So it says, D'Amelio said she was feeling the impact of the negativity. While Dixie is usually present, the episode was hosted by Charli alone. So Charli coming forward and talking alone, and still the parents are like, this is beautiful, let's monetize this, let's push it. It's a bit weird in my opinion. So here's a quote. It's extremely difficult to continue posting on a platform where the people that are watching your videos don't actually want to see you, and all of the feedback is negative. And one thing that's important to note is you're probably like, turn the comment section off. This was proposed to Charli D'Amelio's family, and her father responded saying, no, because then the haters win. Because then the haters win? Maybe your daughter's mental health will win if you turn off the comment section, but you wouldn't do that because more comments, more pushing the algorithm, more money for you. Oh, the parents are super sus and weird as it is, but just on top of that, prioritizing, you know, getting engagement over your daughter's mental health, which is obviously struggling, as well, being 16 years old. So it's very hard to continue doing this, D'Amelio said, and I just kind of lost the passion for it because it really isn't fun for me anymore, and it used to be. And just think about that, she's still posting the same amount on her TikToks and still pushing and grinding and all like that, and she's coming forward and saying that she's lost her passion and she's not enjoying doing it anymore. Can we not look further into the reason she is still posting? I'm sure this 16-year-old has made millions upon millions upon millions and is way above and beyond the concept of understanding all this money. Like, this is on the parents, in my opinion, right, bestie? What do you think? I feel like it's... She said having a large audience means everyone is ready to jump and criticize her whenever she makes a mistake or something is taken the wrong way. Now, with recent Charli D'Amelio stuff, it literally has been her going to parties and going to gatherings and breaking LA COVID guidelines. So for that, I'm not going to defend you at all, Charli. But with people like criticizing you being a picky eater and stuff like that, which is the wildest shit we see recently, I'm on your side. But in terms of breaking COVID and going to parties and stuff, I'm not on your side, no matter what age you are. So another quote, that's why I don't speak as much besides the podcast because it's scary, she said. Attention, Charli D'Amelio's parents! Your child is saying that it's literally scary for her to post on social media. Is this not a big warning sign? Is this not something where you're like, maybe we should step in, maybe we should do something? You know, maybe she's not enjoying this, maybe this isn't the best for her, maybe she should take a break! Not a vacation! Oh, that was another thing, they all went on vacations, and I'm like, okay, Charli went on the vacation, but it was the parents' decision, but they were probably paying with Charli's money. It's like, they're all so shady and whatever, but like, still on the parents, are you not listening to your child who's literally being like, I don't enjoy this is making me sad, I hate this? Bestie, come on. Like, if that was your child. So, then we go on. It says, in November, D'Amelio received backlash and lost 1 million followers because viewers thought that she was rude and ungrateful for the food a professional chef cooked for her family. This was the big drama when Trisha got involved, made TikToks about her, like calling her out and attacking her. The video was posted on the D'Amelio family channel and was flooded with comments calling her bratty and entitled. Again, a move made by the parents to upload this video after editing it and looking over it, definitely setting up their daughter to get attacked, but hey, more clout for them. Very weird. In February, she was also mocked when she saw the hashtag, we talked about this, hashtag here for Charli, trending and thanked her fans for the support and that she went through the hashtag. When in reality, the hashtag was for Charli XCX after her friend Sophie had died, and Charli D'Amelio pretended like she read it and knew it was for her and then got called out for it, as she should. So, there's just seemingly no direction from the parents or management here, and I'm sure management and parents get paid a lot of money from what Charli makes, and it's like, can't y'all do your job? Like, even a little bit. A little bit. Huh. She quickly deleted it when people notified her it was meant for Charli XCX. D'Amelio constantly faces negative comments about her appearance, and imagine this as a 16-year-old, and has pleaded with her followers more than once to stop talking about her body. Despite being just 16 years old, she's told that she's too thin, she's gaining weight, and objectified in every way possible. And still, the parents have no problem pushing her so much. This is an issue. This is literally the root of, like, family channels and pushing their child whenever they're not comfortable with it. On her podcast, D'Amelio said that she's working on finding the love for making content on TikTok again. Well, how is she expected to find the love for it again if she's still doing it at the same rate as she was before? She's not enjoying it. She's being pushed to make it at the same content, but so she's not taking a break to like find that passion again. And she's 16 years old, and if she doesn't really have that time to think, imagine how much that's going to screw her over. And she wouldn't stop posting videos for people who dislike her because there's people who like her. Another quote, "I don't make content to make people feel a certain way," she said. And at the end of the day, that's it. And it's like, I can't believe the parents aren't stepping in. The parents are like defending people still coming for Charli because they're like, oh, it's more clout for us, you know, more attention for us, like the haters will never win. It's like, at a certain stage, let's drop that attitude and let's actually focus on the issue that is your child's deteriorating mental health. Right? Right. At the end of the day, I make content because it's a fun thing that I get to do. And if people enjoy it and they want to be on Team Charli and support me, that's great. But once again, that's up to them. And so that's the article. And so it obviously, it's incredibly sad and jarring hearing the biggest creator right now. And the fact she's 16 talking about how she's completely lost her passion. And you would think that, you know, she wouldn't be posting right now, but she is, and she's doing the same amount of thing. And it's just like, are the management not being like, oh shit, if we push her too much now, is this going to, you know, make her not want to work for us in the future? Or if we push her too much, are we going to burn her out so much that she won't be able to, like, are we not healthfully looking at a thing like, okay, you know what, you can take a couple months off for your mental health and, you know, you can come back and we work this out. And maybe if posting videos every day isn't the thing, maybe we can, you know, take a week where we stockpile videos and you won't have to work for like 3 weeks or whatever. And again, I'm using the term work very loosely because it literally is TikTok dances. I'm trying to be nice here because it's a 16-year-old, but at the end of the day, the work is a TikTok dance. But again, 16-year-old, I'm trying to be very cautious and nice about this, but just shame on the parents in my opinion, and I want to know how you're feeling about this and what you would do if this was your sister or your child or your friend, you know what I mean? You would do something about it. Lord, Lord, Lord. Okay, let's talk about it below, besties. I love you. Yeah, I really want to know what the besties think about this. I know our opinions on Charli and the entire family are like, ugh, but let's talk about this one, right? Keeping in mind that this is a 16-year-old. Parents, do better. Christ. Okay, I'll see you in my next one. I love you, bestie. Okay, bye.